All right, let me tell you a story. I was filming in a sprawling warehouse down in Texas, one of those places big enough to have its own weather system. We were profiling a crew that refurbished old industrial machinery. Gritty, greasy, full of honest, hard-working folks. One afternoon, a guy named Earl was using a cutting torch on a thick steel plate. Sparks were flying everywhere, but what wasn't normal was a tiny, almost invisible wisp of smoke curling up from a pile of oily rags about 15 feet away. Nobody noticed it at first. We were all focused on the big, loud, dramatic work right in front of us. That little wisp started to get thicker, joined by a faint, acrid smell that cut through the usual aroma of machine oil. I looked over just as a small, angry-looking orange flame licked up from the center of the rag pile. For a split second, nobody moved. That frozen pause where everyone is processing what's happening. Thankfully, Earl didn't panic. He dropped his torch, spun around, and sprinted for a big red fire extinguisher mounted on a nearby column. He pulled the pin, aimed at the base, and blasted the base of that little blaze with a cloud of white powder. The flames vanished in an instant. The whole event, from first wisp to final puff, probably took less than 45 seconds. That warehouse didn't burn down. Nobody got hurt. It was all because one guy recognized a hazard and knew exactly what to do. It's a lesson that sticks with you. You don't need a fancy degree or a high-tech gadget to be a first-rate fire warden. You were born with the best equipment, your eyes and your nose. It starts with looking around your workspace with a critical eye. Check outlets, tangled cords, and daisy-chained power strips, ticking time bombs. Clutter that blocks exits, electrical panels, or fire extinguishers isn't just messy, it's deadly. A small spark can turn a pile of cardboard into a fast-moving fire. Store flammable liquids in approved sealed containers and ventilated cabinets. And never leave oily rags piled in a corner. Use your nose. A persistent chemical smell or the smell of hot plastic is an early warning. Investigate immediately. Be a little paranoid. Double-check equipment. Report hazards. Your senses can detect problems before alarms do. Look, sniff, check, and act. Being complacent can be fatal. So, you've spotted a small, contained fire. Your first instinct might be to get out, and that's never a bad call. Remember the 4-step acronym: pass, pull, aim, at the base of the fire. Squeeze, to release the agent. Sweep, side to side, covering the entire area of the fire. First, pull the pin. Break the tamper seal if there is one. Second, get down, steady yourself, and aim at the base of burning fuel. Third and fourth, squeeze the handle and sweep smoothly until the fire appears out. Always ensure you have a clear exit behind you before you start. Then watch for reignition and be ready to hit it again with a short burst if needed. If the fire is spreading or smoke fills the room, don't be a hero. Evacuate immediately. Let's be crystal clear. A fire extinguisher is for a small, manageable fire. Your job is to get yourself and coworkers out safely. Know your primary exit route, and at least one secondary route in case the first is blocked. When the fire alarm blares, you move. Do not waste time gathering personal belongings. Leave the laptop, keys, wallet. None of it is worth your life. As you move, stay low. Smoke and hot gases rise. The cleaner air is near the floor. Before opening any closed door, feel the door and doorknob with the back of your hand. If it's hot, don't open it. Once you're out, go directly to your designated muster point. This is how your company accounts for everyone. Report to your supervisor or fire warden so they can check you off. Do not re-enter the building under any circumstances. Know your routes, stay low, check doors, and report to your muster point. Stay there until told otherwise. Wait until emergency responders or a company official gives the all clear. Even if you think the fire is out, the building is off limits. Here's a tip most people never think about. How you park your car can matter during an evacuation. If you've pulled in nose first, in a panic, you have to do multiple steps to leave. Start, reverse, check mirrors, back into a congested lane. Back your car into the space at the start of the day. It takes an extra minute but pays off. When the alarm sounds, run to your car, get in, start, shift to drive, and pull straight out. Fewer steps, fewer seconds. Backed-in cars create less bottleneck and help clear the way for emergency vehicles. First responders use this tactic. You should too. It's a no-cost habit that increases safety for everyone. Adopt back-in parking. Practice once. It reduces evacuation time and keeps access roads clear for help. I get it. Nobody likes fire drills. The alarm goes off always at the worst time. But treating drills as a nuisance is dangerous. A drill is a rehearsal for a performance you hope never to give. Muscle memory can save lives. Use drills to spot problems. Blocked routes, burned out exit signs, a stairwell door that's hard to open, or a muster point that's a construction zone. Report these issues to your supervisor or safety manager so fixes can be made. Walking routes repeatedly builds physical memory. Your body will know where to go even when your mind is racing. Help co-workers with mobility issues. Lead with purpose, not panic. Time your route, find choke points, and fix them. Drills are the time to ask questions and improve the plan. Remember, in a real fire, there are no second takes. That muscle memory might save your life. We've covered how a tiny spark can become a huge problem. Your eyes and your nose are your first detectors. Remember passes: pull, aim, squeeze, sweep, for small fires only. Know your evacuation routes, stay low if there's smoke, and always go to your muster point. Back into your parking spot. It saves seconds when every second counts and keeps access clear for emergency vehicles. Make safety an active, ongoing responsibility. Keep work areas clean, store flammables correctly, and don't overload circuits. If something doesn't look right, say something. Don't assume someone else will handle it. No job is worth your life. These rules come from past tragedies. They exist so you go home to your family. Be aware, be prepared, be safe. Practice once and it could save a life, maybe yours.